everybody go get their drinks and refreshments before this? Because y'all know it's about to go down. Where we at? You good over there? You good? All right. Now it's time for the reason we all came here today. Make some noise for the man of the hour, the podfather himself, Rob Sassanito!
Live from the Huntington Theater, it's Rob Has a Podcast. And now, here's the guy who for one night gets to be Boston Rob. Rob Sassanito, that's me. Hey everybody, what's going on? How are you, Huntington Theater? Wow, a double tribal council, 2 tribal councils for the price of 1 ticket for all of you tonight. Promo code RHAP. So cool that you're all here. We've been having such a fun night here, and if you're watching us here on the YouTube video, thanks for checking it out, but you're not having as much fun as we are here. We've been having a great time. So many survivors are here. We're trying a bunch of new fun stuff, and Chappelle held it down during the commercial breaks. We've been playing a bunch of different games with the survivors, and so something new that we did here tonight, we had so many people, so many survivors here with us in Boston. We did something new during the commercial break, and the people that are here in the building, you all know about it. So it was like a weird night where we drew new tribes, and we had so many people here from the new era that we decided to bring people up. We had them draw buffs. They didn't have buffs, but if they had them, they would have dropped them. And we started off with a tribe swap. So we have 3 tribes tonight of new era players. If you're good, maybe we'll have a tribe of old era players. You know, that in 41, you know, Evie knows that they said later days. I find that, you know, sometimes the players from the old era, they're like, what do you mean old era? They get defensive. But I mean 39-day players. And the new era, they don't like it when you talk about 39-day players. So it's hard. And so we're going to talk to them one at a time and have some fun with the tribe that drew the black buff tonight. Are you ready? All right. Let's meet your first new era tribe of the night. It's Caleb, Annika, Teeny, Dwight, and new recruit Brandon Donlin. All right. Now, I think we have 3 other microphones, so I think let's pass the microphone down, and so we may have to do a little bit of microphone passing here. And that was such a nice, warm ovation for everybody, making everybody feel at home. And all right, so.
What's going on?
All right, Caleb, so good to see you.
Oh, it's great to be here. Saul quit. Which is pretty typical for our group. Me and Brandon know
what
about
happened?
quitting.
Every time you all have a group, somebody's leaving.
Welcome, Brandon Donlin, to the Black Tribe.
I've never been told that before.
The black buffs.
First time.
This is your tribe swap, officially.
This is my tribe swap.
First official tribe swap.
Okay. It was such a fun segment, the whole challenge, where that first you had the David and Kyle standoff, and really, if you're Kyle, like, God bless David, Kyle, the little scrawny underdog. Is he gonna be able to do it against the big bully? And I mean, what a great shield for Kyle out there. Ultimately, that David wins out, and then it's the David versus Joe standoff. The 2 Milk brothers having to battle it out. Who would have thought?
David taking some time to also pose. Like, we're at this theater, this super large screen, and we're seeing every single one of those abdominals and, you know, bicep
and every nipple.
vein.
There's multiple nipples, allegedly. You know, we got a view of all of them, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon, do you think that Jeff likes it when somebody like David's making the challenge look too easy?
I don't know. It's
feel
not
like
my
Jeff
lived
loves it.
experience.
Jeff
for me.
eats
As a
it up.
challenge
No,
beast.
I think that Jeff really enjoys, like I've always said that my favorite seasons of Survivor are the ones that are funny. And I think when you have like, some seasons, like this season is great, but there aren't funny people in it. And I think that this group has like particularly funny people that can like riff. You know, Jeff loves NSN. I thought that when Teeny, in the first episode, when Teeny's riffing back and forth about Teeny's pants, you know, I thought that was so funny because nobody does that with Jeff, you know, but when you have somebody who's exceptionally funny, that makes it a lot easier. So Teeny, vote with me when we do this vote. Just do me a favor. Like when we do the vote later, you should vote the way I vote.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
You're the expert.
Come on.
What? Because, you know, RIP Say, right? But I'm just wondering, you know, what constitutes behavior that you're like, we can't have that person on the jury?
So I really feel like that Say was at such an interesting spot in her game because I feel like that she was like one vote away from being the person that people are like, boy, I got to get to the end with Say.
Yeah.
And that was also, I think, a little bit dangerous for the other players who might be feeling like, well, I don't want her taking one of my spots. But I don't think they were there yet.
Yeah, it's early for that to be the thought.
But let me see. Who could I ask? Teeny. Like, what point do people start thinking about that?
I would say,
Look, and I ask you, Teeny, because that you look like these other people. They didn't see that far.
Good for
you know
us.
what I'm saying? I'm not picking on
well,
you.
unfortunately, I think I kind of was that person, so I don't know. I'm the best.
Yeah. Time to vote. Does anybody else have
No?
anything they want to say?
Teeny and
Brandon?
Oh, good.
I work for this podcast. So if I get voted out, I'm going to be on the next panel, most likely. So don't vote me. If you are done with me on this panel, don't vote for me. It'd be good.
All right. Under each of your chairs.
Yeah, listen, I put it there. I work
Yeah.
for this podcast.
Yeah.
Mine's under your chair. I'm just kidding.
Okay. We have a parchment. Now, now, we're going to ask you to write down a name, but don't show it to us, and then we're going to reveal it one at a time. 5-person tribes, dangerous fun, right? That's what they say. Okay? All right.
I'm not in the whisper.
So it's a live tribal, everybody. All right. Brandon is right. Nobody's votes got blocked. Nobody's playing the shot in the dark, it doesn't look like. Okay? Yeah, okay. I got the right guy. What's on your shirt? These are dogs? Yeah.
I got that. I got
Get that dog in
that
there.
dog
Yeah.
on me.
Oh, the dog on you? Okay. All right. Is everybody locked in? Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's start with Brandon. Brandon.
Eric Reichenbach from Survivor, and I know we're going to get to the point in a second. Eric Reichenbach is the only person I think in Survivor history to write his vote like this way. And I never got to write a vote down, so I wanted to do that. So I wrote Caleb this way. Caleb is down.
One vote, Caleb. It counts. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, Dwight.
Well, this was probably your idea, so I wrote your name down because you're putting me
It's one
through
vote,
this.
Caleb. One vote, Brandon. Okay, Teeny.
I went with the majority for the first time. And I voted for Caleb.
That's 2 votes, Caleb. 1 vote, Brandon.
This vote is solely a personal vote. This person spilled red wine on me earlier today. I'm gonna go with Caleb.
Caleb, I'm sorry, that's enough. Wait.
Play my shot in the dark.
That's a Sifu? Sifu's not even here. Yeah. Sorry, not safe. Okay, sorry. Caleb, this time the tribe has spoken. I'm sorry to say that. Caleb, do you have any final words for the panel?
You know, I really, you know, as Say said, you know, they're obsessed with me.
You're supposed to say, like Say said, these bastards. Yeah. Hey, it is not easy to come out here and break the ice. So thank you to our first panel. Give it up for them. Sorry for you, Caleb, okay? All right. For being the person voted out, I'm sorry, we're taking away one of your drink tickets tonight. Sorry to say that. Okay, thank you all so much, okay? See you at the after party. We've got another new era tribe. I don't know who it is. Let's see. What color is this? Pink. All right, let's bring out the pink tribe. And it looks like, oh, it's Gabe, Mariah, Evie, we've got Emily, and Bruce. Now, let me just, let's spread the microphones out a little bit. If we could get like every other person, and then we had the microphones are like kind of all gravitated this way. All right, how's everybody doing?
Doing great. Where else in the world would you rather be than right here, right now? I mean,
That's
come on.
right.
Oh, yeah. Personally, I'd rather be in Fiji, but you know, this is fine. This is okay.
Yes.
The weather's basically the same, so.
Obviously.
All right, Pink Tribe here. We've got, of course, great allies, of course, Emily and Bruce.
Day one.
Yeah. And then...
allow me to push back on that real quick. Before we knew each other, we were friends, so that's good.
Yeah.
The jury is house money, you know? Once you hit the jury, everything after that is like, I honestly kind of don't care if I get voted out now because I'm gonna be here till the end. If I'm gonna come in, I'd rather get to hang out at Ponderosa for a week than finish in third place.
Yeah.
I will stand by that wholeheartedly.
All right,
Well, hold on, I want to hear what
Emily.
Emily has to say. Hold
Yeah.
on.
I'm
More
seeing
than
some big
gestures, let's get
reactions.
words.
That's bullshit. And also, sorry, this is a family
Family
show. That's also
program.
bullshit.
Family
All right,
program.
push back.
If you're not playing to win, you might as well get off the freaking island. You know, I don't know about anybody else, but I don't think anybody on my season was sitting here like, well, if I just make the jury, I'll be happy. It's like, no. Every single person out there was like, I don't care what happens, I want to get to the end, which is why these split tribals suck.
Yeah.
Because every single person out there is like, I want to get one step further to the end, and all I can do at this point is take an easy vote. One person has immunity. I'm already sitting in a tribe. My vulnerability has gone up tenfold. If we didn't have the split tribal, I would bet $100 to anybody in this audience, Say would not be sitting at home right now. It wouldn't have happened. A more interesting person would have been voted out.
I think that this stage of the game is so cagey, and you get to the point where you want the easiest possible name to come out. For us, it was a stage before, but it was Rome. Like, you know, Rome would have been a great guy, maybe the best guy on our entire season to sit next to at Final Tribal Council. But he was so easy to vote out at a stage when the stakes were so high.
Because he was a
of making
pain in the
jury.
ass.
Yeah.
That's why.
Someone who may know something about that up here.
He was an absolute pain in the ass. I'll tell you. Listen, I understand where you're coming from. You're being nice. You're playing good in the sandbox right now, and I can appreciate that because I was always very, very nice to everyone.
Same.
Tell you all laughing at. Anyway, but the fact of the matter is that at this point in time, when I saw Say go home, I was happy as a pig in shit. And older people know exactly.
Family
what it is.
program.
I'm sorry she had to go. The reason why she
I'm
had to
voting
go.
for Bruce, panel. I'm voting for Bruce.
The reason being is because it's like they said, would have been chaotic in Ponderosa. Ponderosa means a lot. There's so many voices that happen, so many different things that happen in Ponderosa. I sat there and listened to all the conversations, all the conversations that it was like, I'm voting for this one, I'm voting for this one. Then that person gets voted out, and now they're sitting in Ponderosa. Hey, honey, how are you? It's so good to see you. Welcome to Ponderosa. And now you don't vote for that person. Oh, that other person's a pain in the ass. We're all going to vote for that person. It's like, come on.
But Bruce, you think they vote, anyone's thinking about that when they're voting, of like, that will be an annoying experience at Ponderosa? No way. Everyone's like, I mean, they should, frankly. That could have improved my experience.
That's why I was there. Yes, they think about that because they're extremely smart people that play this game. They think multiple steps ahead. Don't play chess with them. That's all I'm saying, because they're gonna think ahead. So they're thinking about jury management well before you actually get a chance to go to the jury. And that's honestly something that could be proven by asking any person that's ever played this game.
Hey, you burn me, and you have no shot with me.
And can we
ultimately.
take a minute to appreciate that that is a Boston Rob game? And if it was Boston Rob on the screen, everybody would be screaming, be up in arms about the fact that Boston Rob just got voted out. But because it's Say, I think the perception is different. And granted, I understand that the strategy is different and you're coming in with different experiences, but I genuinely think that Say played a very similar game to Boston Rob, which is you're either with me or you're against me. And the fact that you wrote my name down, that means you're against me. So get on board or get out. And I'm sorry, I'm a Say defender to the end.
Listen.
But
Listen,
Emily,
I love Say. I would have watched her on this every single week, but Boston Rob, it's like, are you with me or are you against me? Was anyone with Say?
And that I think is the big difference, is that and everybody, you know, who watches at home, they only get the snippets. Obviously, it's the biggest cliche, but everyone's like, well, why don't you bring that person deeper? Because they're such a nuisance that they're the best shield in the game, but you don't know what it's like to live with a nuisance 24/7. You don't know what it's like to live with a room when you don't have a bedroom that you can go hide in. Like, you know, I mean, and it's just such a big part of the game that I don't think the show quite knows how to show all the time to the audience, that it's like, yes, if you were playing a board game, they would be the perfect shield, but I gotta listen to this guy or this person talk for 12 hours a day, and I don't wanna listen to him talk for 12 hours a day anymore. I just want him to go home, and even if it's a bad move, I don't wanna deal with the social implications of dealing with that person. And how many different confessionals from different people on different tribes did we get saying, Say really rubbed me the wrong way socially? And so I think a lot of this vote too was a peace of mind vote, and I think that's something that doesn't get talked about in the meta of Survivor a whole lot. Or sometimes you just vote for your peace of mind so that I can wake up tomorrow not dreading to have a conversation with somebody. And just from what I hear on the show, it sounds like a lot of people were dreading conversations with Say that they didn't want to deal with anymore.
Emily, anything else you want to say before we vote?
I'm voting for Mo.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Well, was it the canyon metaphor? It was too good, or?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jeff did ask me for a metaphor during one of the tribal councils, and I literally said I can't give you one because I'm not that quick-witted. And anybody who is that quick-witted is such a red flag. So I genuinely encourage our entire panel, especially you, Bruce, and especially you, Evie. I encourage everybody to vote for Mo.
I just want to put it out there, my least favorite player is Aubrey. So I just want to say that right now.
But one of you is about to join Caleb at Ponderosa as the second player voted off of this panel tonight. Okay. Let me know when everybody is ready. Last time we started down here. Okay. All right. Is everybody locked in? Okay. Bruce, you ready?
Woo! Let's go, baby.
Let's go. All right. All right. Let's start with Gabe this time. We'll go this way.
This was tough. I didn't have my usual extra vote of Susme with me, so I kind of had to go this one alone for the first time ever in my Survivor career.
And you didn't draw the picture of the person, right? You wrote their name down?
Well, you would have known anyway. You were a killer at that game. So for the first vote of the Pink Tribe Tribal Council,
yes,
Bruce.
That's one vote, Bruce. Okay. Okay. Mo.
It's nothing personal, and you know, I will take your respect and I will earn it when I am at final 3. So I am also voting Bruce.
Bruce.
You didn't ask me if I want to play an idol. I would have played an idol.
Do you have an idol?
Emily would have put her hand on your shoulder and made sure you didn't play it.
Hey, strike 2! Strike 2! Woohoo! All right, Evie.
You know, sometimes it's the luck of the rock draw. Sometimes it's the luck of where your seats are in the arena. I also voted Bruce.
All right, Emily, that's 3 votes, Bruce. I think that's enough.
This was a funnier bit when I thought I was getting voted out.
Yeah.
Emily?
And this is now incredibly dark because I guess you do make the same mistake twice. I voted for Bruce.
Bruce, who do you vote? Bruce voted for Em. I'm sorry. Bruce. 4-1. The panel has spoken. Please get off Bruce's neck, everybody.
I really would like to say that I appreciate the hate. If anything's gonna make me stronger, it's the hate that I've received tonight. I want to thank my mom for giving me this thick skin for all the hate that I got tonight. But I love you all, and I'll see you in the parking lot.
Right, let's bring out the Orange Tribe. It's Asia, Caroline, Charlie, Jake, and Caleb back from Redemption Island. What the hell happened? How come you're back?
In Survivor, if you're out in the first 15 minutes, as my boy Bruce will tell you.
Yes. Charlie, what the hell is this? That people think that Shaheen has an idol and they don't vote him out? What's that?
Well, listen, it's not Shaheen to me. It's the infamous SD, the season 46 alternate who...
Oh, beard guy.
So we know him, and we know he's got some tricks. We know he confirmed that he was trying to get us all to say we wanted to vote him out so he could get back on Survivor. So he's got some tricks up his sleeve. I see what they're saying.
Yeah. Jake, I loved it where, Kyle, I think is the first one to talk about, like, how could we, like, manufacture this preemptive strike, and Camilla goes right to work, telling the fake story of how Shaheen might have found the idol.
Camilla's so good. I love watching Camilla personally. I like Camilla a lot. I think that Shaheen going home would have been the right move for Kyle. The right move for Camilla, the wrong move for Kyle. I think the right move for Kyle was Cedric going home there. But for Camilla, where she's not included in this group of 5, like, separate Kyle from that more. I don't think that's a bad idea if she could have got that move, and unfortunately it didn't happen for her. But I love the idea. She just gets to work right away. It's so beautiful to watch.
As soon as she got to work, I was like, oh, this is gonna work. Shaheen's going home. Like, we trust in Camilla, right?
Yeah. So what do we think happened? Why, like, was this either just a very embellished, like, fake plan that never really got off the ground, or do you think that somebody called it off?
I think David called that off. I don't think David was gonna allow that to happen. I don't see David playing. I feel like David wants to take that 5. That's what it's going to be. If you want to move that 5, David has to go.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I think it was going to be a lot to explain also to Joe about why did we do it. But like last week, or was it 2 weeks ago that we got that, hey, this is this 4-person alliance. They're locked in. It seemed like a little out of nowhere that like we're going after Shaheen now.
I know this season's all about, there's a bunch of humble traits that were brought up. And I feel like this is actually good for Camilla and Kyle to have a humble trait and not have every plan, go their way. It's like finally.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point, because I think that if they do make this move, and we don't know if they called it off or if David is like, no, I'm not going to go with that it does really put a spotlight on them. And they talked about in this episode and a couple of the other episodes about like, we're in the best spot. Nobody knows about us. But then people would start to know about them.
Together.
I have
Charlie.
Yes, Charlie?
What was the first thing Caroline said backstage?
Well, listen. Caroline and I go way further back than you know. We have a familial connection.
We do.
Oh, good for you guys.
Aunt Camille.
Shit.
What is it?
Aunt Camille. Right, Caroline?
Absolutely. We both have a very special relationship with my aunts.
Okay, now I feel we need to clarify.
Yeah. What's it like having an aunt?
My Aunt Camille spends a lot of money on Charlie Davis's Cameo account.
Yes.
And is a fantastic person who is just the best.
Mm-hmm. For context, the day that I came back from Fiji, I actually graduated from my MBA program, and my Aunt Camille purchased a cameo from Charlie to congratulate me on graduating, during which Charlie sent the most heartfelt, thoughtful, special cameo to me, and in the back end said, you're also a really big fan of Survivor. Let me give you all this advice on how to apply. I'm like, actually, all your advice really did check out. And so then it was announced that I was going to be on the show. My Aunt Camille purchased another cameo from Charlie to congratulate me on the fact being on the show. His advice worked.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I have to pay it back, and so I buy a cameo from Charlie to thank my Aunt Camille for all the cameos. So
They're keeping the lights on.
yes. So basically, my entire family, emotionally and financially, really supports Charlie.
Yeah. Charlie
We go
has
way
like
back.
a pyramid scheme where he's like bleeding the Vidmar family. This
When we-
repeat business.
And we're so enthusiastic about it.
Yeah,
we are
no.
so happy to be a part of this pyramid scheme.
Wow, Charlie, that was an amazing cameo. Okay. Oh, that was. All right, okay, so I see some whispering. Okay, Caroline.
Is it a live tribal?
Caleb, is it unsettling a little bit that there's some whispering going on over here? Yes. Are you gonna whisper some sweet nothings to Jake?
I hope it's not you.
In the meantime, can I clarify something from
Please.
the earlier panel?
Yes.
I would much rather get third place than spend days at Ponderosa. Okay.
Who said that, Bruce?
Gabe.
Gabe. Okay, let the record show. All right, I think it is time to vote. Okay, Caleb and Charlie. Okay, Caleb. Maybe. Does he have something? It's been a tough night. It's been a tough night. Okay.
I did
Yeah,
talk
it's a
about being
trend.
Drea. I was like, I've seen who's been voted out. I might have to play my idol.
Okay. All right, everybody is voting. It looks like that Jake is locked in. Charlie is writing. Okay. All right. All right, this time, let's start with Caleb.
I'm almost done.
All right, Caleb's almost done writing a long name. Okay. Multiple letters. Okay. All right. All right, let's get to, all right, Caleb. What?
I had a lot of trouble.
And what does he write?
I was thinking about a few people, but I ultimately settled on Caroline.
Okay.
Mostly because I didn't have enough time to cross out another
All
name
right.
and then keep going.
What was the first name you wrote?
Charlie.
Oh, you wrote cross out Charlie, cross out
Charles,
Jake.
Charlie, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for the people listening to the podcast, he writes Caroline. Okay. It's one vote Caroline. All right, Jake.
Sorry, Caroline.
It's okay.
That's 2 votes Caroline. Charlie.
I would never betray Aunt Camille. And in my brand
Jake.
my brand new penmanship
That's
as
2
well.
votes Caroline, 1 vote Jake.
Basically, this person was too big of a threat.
Hold on, we need a mic. Talking to the mic.
Oh, thank you. This person was just too big of a threat. It's their city. It's time for them to go.
That's
I'm sorry,
2 votes
Jake.
Caroline.
I'm sorry.
2 votes Jake. 1 vote left. Asia.
This feels good. Yeah.
It's fun, right?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't vote out a fellow podcaster. Okay. And then I couldn't vote out Caleb for obvious reasons because we've had enough, okay? Just season after season, come on.
Yeah.
So it comes down to Caroline and Jake. But
Wow.
clearly, you know.
This is like a Cedric situation.
Right. You know, season 47 loyalty, so I had to vote Jake.
Sorry, Jake.
Yeah, Charlie, don't do this. This sucks.
Jake, I'm sorry. That's enough. First time ever being voted out. How does it feel?
I wish I had a torch. I want to know what getting stuck is like now.
Yeah.
You get used to it. Yeah. Okay.
I don't like that.
All right.
That sucks. You're right. You were
Orange Tribe, what a lively panel, what a lively tribal council we had. Any other thoughts? Caleb, how do you feel? Relief? Not since you
I
got
thought
the
if I
shot in the
made
dark?
people, uncomfortable enough, no one would vote for me. So, I'm glad it worked.
Yeah, that's a nice feeling, right?
Finally. I'm used to seeing once or twice. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Charlie, anything else?
I think I've said enough.
We have a big panel coming up next. I'm going to make some room over here because you all have been incredible so far. So you deserve it. Let's welcome in people Once upon a time, Survivor used to be 39 days. And these people live to tell the tale. Here they are. Jamal is here. Brett LaBelle. James Lim. Liersa. Sophie. And the baby boy, Bryce Isaiah. Wow. Robert. Yeah. We got our microphones spaced out?
Yeah, we got them spaced out nicely.
Okay. Brett, I know you always weigh in on the Survivor pizza, but we had some great pizza today. We got out to Luigi's Pizza tonight.
Luigi's was absolutely fantastic. If you've never had, I mean, nothing like Fijian pizza. And I will say, the one thing I will say about the new, no, because I'm mad about this, Rob. I'm not happy about this. I'm going to tell you right now. All you new schoolers or whatever, what are we calling it? The
new era.
New era. The pizza sucks. Stop acting like it's good, right? Because if we keep acting like the pizza's good, that damn Jeff is going to keep serving it. It's awful, and you all know it, and you know it. And it's cardboard, and they throw some cheese, and they slap a little bit of sauce and some red shit, probably ketchup, and they serve it to you like it's pizza. It's horrible.
I was just going to say, I feel like it was a big night at Luigi's tonight. I feel like that they might have had some
old
champagne.
School, as you know, New York, New Haven pizza. That was old school, great pizza today that we had. That was fantastic.
Sophie, can I ask you, so I've heard you talk about this, about how, sometimes that, maybe we don't always love how meta Survivor can be. Like, it's fun, but is it too much? What do you think about in the challenge where the players are like doing the soundtrack to the challenge because they already know what it is. They already know what Jeff is going to say on the commercial, and they're predicting what Jeff is going to say on the commercial, and then he does the commercial.
I'm going to give that a pass. No, sorry, not passing on the question, but I'm giving it literally a pass. A pass. Because I think it's different to be meta about kind of things that have happened on the show and being meta about the show itself. Like the music doesn't change. So you're not reflecting on some like great old school Survivor player. You're just loving the experience that you're having. And it's the reflection on the past actions and past moves and people that to me get boring, which by the way is why this season is so great, because I feel like there's been almost no references to anybody. And all of the vote outs too are so not meta. The vote outs are so about the individual people that are playing in that moment. There's not a single vote out yet that's been about a threat. Even tonight, they didn't vote out the threats. They voted out the people that they're playing with that they don't like or they don't have very best relationships with. So anyway, this season passes the meta test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Survivor 48. So incredible to be here at the theater. Thanks to Chappelle, who held it down on the live show, the commercials, and Brandon Donlin, who helped produce everything, and Sam behind the scenes. Derek's here too. So thank you all, and we'll see you at the after party. Good night, everybody. Yeah. You were amazing. Thank you so much, Boston.